Andor has never been a series chock full of Star Wars Easter eggs, but I still picked out a decent amount from the first 3 episodes. Here are all the bigger ones I caught. The Ferrix anvil used by the Time Grappler in Season 1 is heard at the start of the episode to indicate the passage of a year's worth of time, which I think is a great touch. Cassian steals a TIE fighter prototype from the planet Sienar. Sienar is a new planet to Star Wars, but Sienar Fleet Systems has long been the company that created and manufactured the TIE fighter line. SFS was owned and operated by the Sienar family. I wonder if this world is one they were given by the Empire, and they simply named it after themselves. The logo seen on Nia's shoulder is a stylized version of the classic Sienar Fleet Systems logo. Nia tells Cassian the password for the night is Kafrene, which is likely a reference to the Ring of Kafrene that was first created for Rogue One. The little droid in the TIE hangar looks like he's got feet which are similar to the massive walking arms of the all-terrain heavy hauler seen in The Last Jedi. It's not specified in the episodes, but I believe the TIE prototype is a TIE Avenger. In Star Wars Legends, the Avenger was designed to be more capable against Rebel starfighters, being faster, more heavily armed, and equipped with shields, which most TIE fighter models didn't have. They had a top speed of 1,300 kilometers per hour, making them even faster than a TIE Interceptor, but they were significantly more expensive than even the TIE Defender, so the high price tag coupled with the fact that the prototype was stolen might explain why it never went into mass production. Cassian is nearly killed by a range trooper wielding a rocket launcher. They were first seen on the planet Vandor in Solo: A Star Wars Story and are a cold weather variant of stormtroopers, so it makes sense that they would be on Sienar. As he flies out of the Sienar test facility, Cassian is pursued by 2 TIE Advanced V1s. They were an experimental TIE most frequently seen used by the Galactic Empire's Inquisitorius. It took design inspirations from another Sienar Fleet Systems ship, the Scimitar, which was famously used by Darth Maul 10 years before the outbreak of the Clone Wars. Their appearance here is appropriate since this seems to be a place where TIE prototypes are developed, but also because they were first unveiled in Star Wars Rebels in the same year of the timeline, 4 years before the Battle of Yavin. We see Mon Mothma's homeworld, Chandrilla, for the very first time in live action. It's mostly only been seen in comics or mentioned in books so far. We also meet her aide, Erskin. He first appeared in the Star Wars Rebels episode Secret Cargo during Mothma's escape from Coruscant and mission to Dantooine. On the planet Mina Rao, Bix is shown having nightmares of Dr. Gorst, who tortured her in several episodes of Andor Season 1. The arrival of the Empire to the planet is heralded by a Gazanti-class cruiser. They served a variety of functions for the Empire, including personnel transport, but also the delivery of TIE fighters or walkers to battle, or they could even be transformed into listening stations. When Cassian arrives at the rendezvous point, he finds a crashed ship. I believe it's the same ship Brasso, Bix, and the others used to escape Ferrix in the final episode of Season 1. In a mountain fortress, we catch up with the Empire and see an obscure Imperial character named Orson Krennic. Obviously, he's not an Easter egg or a sly reference. I'm just really excited to see Ben Mendelsohn back already. He talks about the planet Gorman, which has been brought up several times in Andor already. We know this season will build up to the Gorman Massacre, an event from Star Wars history that was first referenced in the 90s. The Gorman's connection with fashion was previously established in the High Republic novel Convergence, which mentioned Gorman silk and velvet. Krennic talks about the Death Star project by referring to it as the Energy Initiative. This connects back to the novel Catalyst, where we saw Galen Erso's work on Project Stardust, believing he was creating a form of renewable and sustainable energy for the galaxy and not a planet-killing super laser. Cassian learns that the rebels he's captured by are with Maya Pei. She was first mentioned in the conversation between Saw Gerrera and Luthen in Season 1 about the various rebel cells. While the two groups argue with and shoot one another, one of them screams Ichuta, a very rude Huttese swear we first heard in The Empire Strikes Back. When Cassian escapes, we see that he has been trapped on Yavin 4 this entire time, a stone's throw from the Massassi temples that will one day house the Rebel Alliance's secret base. By the way, the creature that attacks all of the trapped rebels is called a Dudar in the subtitles, which is a new creature. During Lita and Stekken's wedding reception, Davos Skolden unveils an ancient statue that was stolen from Chandrilla 25,000 years earlier by Ricottan invaders. They were mentioned in Season 1 as well, but now we have a timeline for their existence, which lines up with the reign of the Ricottan Infinite Empire in Star Wars Legends. The wedding ends with a new remix of Nyamos, the song from Season 1. I believe this is the 4th version of the song we've heard. And those are all the major Easter eggs and references I caught. Let me know what I missed in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel to keep up with all our Andor coverage, follow us on our socials, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.